Good morning, Highway Exterminator Girl here, and we're bringing you something very exciting today. We're going to try a lot of different stuff here on this tray, and I already got the chai in there. So I did 2 spots with chai, regular sugar-free chai latte, and then I mixed this one with milk because we know that milk powders very nicely. I have a regular strawberry jam and a sugar-free strawberry preserve. I've got some of the green verde taco sauce, some sugar-free honey mustard. Love this GH Hughes stuff's delicious. Some sugar-free sweet and spicy sauce. This is barbecue sauce. A little bit of tartar sauce, some salad dressing, sugar-free Italian. We're going to do one with teriyaki, one with some Hidden Valley Ranch, and then we're going to do an uncooked raw biscuit. I want to see if these rehydrate a little better and then bake as normal. So let's get this all into the trays here and go ahead and label these muffin tins.
My predictions. See, I think these two are just going to turn into a powder. This is going to explode. This I'm thinking is just going to be a gooey mess. Mustard, I think it'll be just kind of a dry powder. The verde, yeah, a gooey powder. Barbecue sauce, that's sugar-free barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think that'll do pretty good. The tartar sauce, I think it's going to explode.
I think the tartar sauce is going to explode.
Yeah, it's going to look a lot like the regular
do that again.
Anyway, Italian, these are just going to dry up into powder. Ranch, that's going to be a gooey mess. And the biscuit.
I did kind of have to shove this down in here a little bit just because, and it comes out pretty easy, but just because the freeze dryer has a little bit of room, I'm going to put this on the tray, and this goes up a little bit, so that way it won't touch.
But that's just going to, it's going to look the exact same.
Now,
it's just going to be crispy.
What are your predictions on the biscuit actually rehydrating and being able to
cook it?
Bake into a biscuit? That's the test here for the biscuit.
I'm going to say that that's going to be 50-50. Either we're going to end up with a gooey mess or it'll work just fine.
Alright. So, there is the hubby's predictions for here. My predictions are similar to his. I think the jams are going to be a very gooey, sticky mess. The chai tea is mixed with milk, like I said. We know that powderizes well. I think, and I did these rather full because most liquids, like coffee and stuff, is powders down, so there's so little left after it's freeze-dried. So I did these rather full. I think that the one with milk will have more powder than just the regular chai tea. The jams I do think are going to be a gooey mess. The honey mustard I actually think is going to be a sticky gooey mess. The verde I think is going to do perfect. The barbecue sauce, sticky gooey mess. Tartar sauce, I think that's going to do really well. I haven't done anything with like mayonnaise or tartar sauce, so I'm completely clueless on that. The teriyaki, I think it's going to be a thin, bubbly, crystallized goo because there is a lot of sugar in teriyaki sauce. The Italian dressing, I think, is going to do really well. And I'm hoping that the ranch is going to do really well, where I get a powder out of it. The biscuit, I think it's going to be really good. I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that that's the way to do breads and cakes, is to do like the dough and then rehydrate it back into a dough and cook it. So we're gonna give this a test and find out. So besides our little experiment here, I'm also doing 3 trays of onions and 1 tray of a homemade mango salsa. So, and I know those freeze dry good. So we'll come back when this is all done. So I just released the air, and something is such a fine powder in there that it blew it all over the place. So it smells like ranch. So onions, they're all done. Of course, this has been running for almost 27 hours. Salsa's good. But I know everyone wants to know what's going on with the experiment. So here's the first look. Teriyaki really exploded. The Italian looks like just grease. Not sure what's going on with the ranch, so let's go take this into the kitchen and have a better view. So here's everything out of the freeze dryer. I'm going to go ahead and package up the onions and salsa. And this is showing you what the salsa looks like. It's really cool. It comes out in just this big hard sheet almost. So really cool. Just thought I would show you that before I package it up. So we're back, and here we go. The chai tea, if you want to zoom in here, just the regular sugar-free chai tea, it did powderize, but you have a little bit of this liquid, so I think if it went back into the freeze dryer for a little bit longer, that might powderize. And this what? So we're back with the experiments, and start with the chai tea. Remember, we had this sugar-free Oregon chai tea. So in this one, we just had the chai tea, and it partly did really well. There's a little bit of this super concentrated liquid, I think, that would freeze dry if put back in for a longer time. And then this was the chai tea that was mixed with milk. Now this chai tea over here is super, super fine dust almost. I don't know if you can get that. You can. And then the stuff with milk is it'll powder, and it's pretty dry. So let's go ahead and test them. See what the moisture meter says. It's on there. Let's get a good spot in here. And it's showing at about 18%. Didn't like that. Now 3.5% still there, so just different spots. There's nothing there. That's weird that over here it showed moisture. I might have been hitting the pan there. Now it looks about like 4 or 5%. So, and you can see it's just flaking and turning into a powder there. The ones that surprised both of us, I think my cameraman said that the jams were going to explode, and I said that they were going to be a sticky, gooey mess. The sugar-free did extremely well. It is a nice puck. It breaks. It's very nice. No moisture in it at all. The regular jam, it did explode. It is very sticky. It'd probably powderize. And nothing, it's not registering either with any moisture. I can't get it out. It's just, oh, well, it does powderize. So the jams are a viable option. I'll be interested to try to rehydrate them and see if I can get the right consistency. The Verde did really well. Again, a nice dry puck, as well as the HG Who's honey mustard is also a nice dense hard puck, and breaks. That's what I'm wanting to see. The sugar-free barbecue sauce also turned into a nice dense flat puck. This one surprised me. I know it's sugar-free, but I thought it would bubble up a little bit like the jam. The tartar sauce did turn into a puck. However, it is rather greasy. So if you want to get close in there, it is a puck. It does break, but it's very, very greasy. And see what it says about moisture content. About 3% to about 3% moisture. So I guess about 3.5. Guess it doesn't say the grease is, and it could be the grease from, because there is some teriyaki on it. The teriyaki kind of exploded. It's that high sugar content. It's very sticky. And then the Italian, if you look around the rim here, there's lots of grease. I think it kind of exploded up a little bit as well. And all that's left in there is just grease.
Wow.
Didn't work. The ranch, I'm very disappointed in. It also is a sticky, greasy goo. So, gross. Very greasy. The biscuit turned out really well, but it's got teriyaki on it, so I'm not going to actually rehydrate this one and try to cook it. I will do another one on a tray without the teriyaki sauce getting everywhere. But yeah, so we had some surprisingly good results from this, and some things that I wish worked out better. Ranch, I was really hoping to get like powdered ranch so I could make my own ranch. Didn't work out, unfortunately. But you know, the verde sauce, the honey mustard, the tartar sauce actually surprisingly well. I don't know how long it would last with that much oil. And the jams, those are the winners on this round. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time. On a side note, when rehydrating the chai, the regular chai did amazing. The chai that was mixed with the Fairlife milk, it's getting there. It's taking longer, but I think as with like creamer, that it would be better hot. Mixing it with like hot water. I just put cold water because I was gonna drink it. I haven't worked on the jams yet. Back to our jams. The regular jam, I rehydrated, and I just put a little water in here, and it rehydrated right back. It took no time at all to get back. I slightly put too much water in it, but it is back to the right consistency. Tastes wonderful. The sugar-free jam, it is taking longer. The lighter spots that are in here are just not fully reconstituted yet. But it is getting there. It's got the right consistency, and the flavor's right. Just, I would suggest if you do the sugar-free jam, or either jam, to for sure blend them up into a powder first, and I think they will reconstitute just fine. So, definitely a win on the jams, on both of them.